Hello friend, welcome back to my lecture on web services in .NET Framework, C#.NET Framework. In previous class, I have explained you how to write the program for web services and how to create a web service. So today I will discuss some more programs regarding to this web service development. So web service is a very important part, and in Web 3.0, as I already told you, in the era of this Web 3.0, web services are very important. However, previously we only used static sites and only web pages at that time. So, but today web service is very important, and we are running web services, and web services are stored on the server of your as you are the client, and it is you are connected with the server. So in server you have been web services, different web services. So, so I'm talking about this web service. So see, what is this web service? So uh, how to create the web service, I will discuss about all this fact. So consuming a web service, there are three ways we can consume web service. So one is HTTP post method, and number two, second method is using HTTP XML HTTP that will use SOAP to call our the service, to call our the service. And third is using WSDL generated proxy classes. So we are having these three methods to consume web service. First is get and post, and second SOAP by using HTTP that will use SOAP, and third one is the WSDL. So somehow we have been different technologies. So you can see here the different technology, like different protocol, like XML protocol is used for the web services, and WSDL, this is for complex data structure, and WSDL is used for specify the interface of the web service, and discovery protocol. So this is the second one, that is WSDL. So this specifies the interface of web service. So I will discuss by that diagram these protocols in next slide. And third one is the discovery protocol, pointer to all web service on particular website. So it will point all web services. So you have to understand this fact. I am underlining this line, pointer to all web services. It will pointer DISCO, discovery protocol, pointer to all web services on particular website. And last one, that is related to the directory. So universal description, discovery and integration, UDDI call. So central repository of web service description. So this is again important, this is central repository of web service description, or all the web services central repository. This is UDDI, universal description, discovery and integration, and this is UDDI. And discovery protocol, pointer to all web services. This is pointer, and this is repository, pointer to all web service on a particular website. So you have to understand the difference between these two. And this is specify this one. This is specify the interface of web service. So these are the differences. Specify the interface. Specify, you have to understand, specify the interface of web service. So these are the different protocol. XML you know very well. XML is used for the data transportation and for all the purposes, for messaging, for chatting. So all the time we are using XML. XML is one of the very important markup language, basically for data transportation. So these are the benefit of these different protocols, usage of these different protocols. So you can also understand this one by this diagram also. So initially we have to see that we have to find out the repository of web services. So we use UDDI, locate the service. So again you have to see this slide. So UDDI is a central repository of web service description. So first of all we are starting from the UDDI. So we are locating different the whole repository of web services, and then it will reply, link the discovery document XML to discovery document XML. So this is in form of the XML. So discovery, so second one we are talking about the discovery document. So discovery, again you can see discovery protocol. So we are returning discovery document. So this is the pointer to all web services. Now we have to point. First of all, we have to find the repository of, by using the UDDI. We will find the repository of web service. Accordingly, it will respond. And the second protocol, that is DISCO, discovery protocol. And by this protocol, we will find the pointer of all the web services. So again, you can see discovery protocol pointer to all web service on a particular website. So for a particular website, we point all the web services. So this is the second protocol. So you can see here this arrow, this represent DISCO. So this will indicate, this will point all the web services of a particular website. So it will respond accordingly, return the discovery document. So accordingly it will return to the client. So this is happening from the client side also, and client is connecting to the server. And in server we have web services as well as UDDI. So UDDI or other directory services, UDDI and other directory services. So UDDI just like a directory, and where we are finding all the web services, and DISCO is finding the pointer of all the web services of a particular website. And now in third step we are using WSDL. So again you can see WSDL, web service description language. So it specify the interface of web service. Now we will interfacing with the web services. So it will find the interface of web service. So again you can see here. So we are using request service description. Now we are requesting for a particular web service. So accordingly it will respond, return the service description. It will respond to the client. And finally we will send the request accordingly, as we have find the web service. So we will send the request service in the form of SOAP to the web server. So and we will again reverse of this request, we have this return of the service. Response means response of the service in the form of the this SOAP. So SOAP is also be used here. So we have mentioned here, WSDL, we have mentioned here SOAP. So SOAP is very important, WS is very important. So using WSDL generated proxy classes as well as SOAP. So we are using this SOAP also. So this is all about this web service. So now you can see this program. So previously in the last class I have discussed you about the class, about the program. So in this program we have add, subtract and multiply three functions. So this is web service. So we just we have to when we have to start the web service, we have to click on ASP.NET Web Service. So you can see when we will open the web service, when we will open this .NET framework, then on new project we have to select Visual C# project, and inside Visual C# project we have to select ASP.NET Web Service. So we will select this one. So we will find this template. This template we will find. So this is ready-made template, and in this template we have class service. So this is web service class, and inside this class is inherited from the web service. This is predefined class, and inside this service class we have constructor service, and we have one predefined method, and we can change, we can replace this method by our method, and the property of this method is web method. So we have in this template, and already we have been different using statement. So we can increase them, and we have namespace of for this web service. And you can see here, suppose we have to include our files. So we can write our program. So public class service, and inside this service class we have replaced the service constructor as well as hello world function. So we have replaced our function, add function, subtract function, multiply function, and that all three functions having the same structure. Add function having two arguments, and we are returning x plus y. The second one is also same function. It is having also x and y variable, and we are returning x minus y. Same way we have third function. So this is the web service program. And now how to execute this program, because you can see when we will execute this program, we will find these three tabs: add, multiply and subtract. for each function, add function, subtract function, as well as multiply function. So accordingly we will have two buttons, and when we will enter the value of x and y, and when we will invoke it, so directly it will add the value of 12 plus 14 and it will return 26. So we have clicked on add tab. We have clicked on add tab. So you can see the output here. This is 26 output. So it will execute when we will press on invoke function. So accordingly it will link with this add function, and this add function will add the value of x and y, and it will return their value, and it will be the output. So in this program, you have to see this program. So here uh, we have been this GUI window. We are writing this program for the GUI. So for this GUI, you can see here the GUI where we have two text boxes, and x and y are two labels, and we will input here the value, and invoke will execute the add function. So accordingly, the same type of the GUI window we are creating by this program also. So here we have input name x, input name y. So these are the two input, two text boxes. So we are writing here x and y for, we are writing two text boxes for x and y. So you can see here we have two text boxes. First is for x and second for y. So you see again, so we have two text boxes and its output is also there, x and y. We have two text boxes, one for x and two other for y. So we have not mentioned any label here. So directly we have seen here, we are seeing here two text boxes. As we will press on enter, so it will display the multiplication of these two numbers. 10 multiply 20 equals to 200. So this is integer output. So you can see it, you have to relate this program with this window. This is the output window, and the program of this output window, the same output window is this. So we have mentioned here, action, as we will press on submit button. See, we have this enter button. This is submit button. So its caption is enter. So see again, value is enter. So as we will press on this enter button, as we will press this enter button, it will execute this action tag. So this is the form is started from here and form is closed here, and this is inside the body, and body is inside the HTML. So as we will click on enter button, it will start this action, it will execute the action, and inside action we have written localhost 3088 web service site service.asmx. So the name of file is service.asmx. So again you have to see the file name. This is the file name service. This is the file name service.asmx. Service is a web service, and its extension is .asmx. So it will execute this asmx file, and inside asmx file we have multiply function. So you can see here, again you can see here, we have service.asmx file, and which is stored on web service site directory, and this web service site directory is inside localhost, means same computer. Our computer is server also. Localhost means same computer is a server computer, and 3088 is the port. So it is connected with this port. So this is the port, and this is the localhost, means same computer. Inside our same computer we have service.asmx file. So as we will click on this enter button, so it will execute this web service file, and inside this web service file it will execute multiply function, and method is post. We can write here get and post method. So post is more secure, so we have mentioned here post. So it will execute under service.asmx, it will execute multiply function. So again you see here we have been multiply function, this multiply function under service web service we have multiply function. So its file extension is service.asmx. So it will execute this file. So again you see it will execute this file service.asmx file. So it will execute this file, and this uh, as we will run this file. So it will execute the multiplication of two number, and this is the output. So this way we will execute the web services. So I have already in previous class I have already explained you this. So it is little bit complex method, and the concept of this web service is little bit complex. So you have to read both video, my previous video as well as this video. You have to read again and again, and then you have to implement this on your computer. And you can also see some other video on YouTube. So this will help you to write the web service, because web service is very important unit of C#.net, as well as it is very useful in Web 3.0. So you have to try it, and you have to implement it. You have to practically execute the web service. So I have explained you the method, and if you will see, if you go through my previous video as well as this video, then you will easily understand how to create the web service. And uh, you can go through, you can also go through the Putri consultant. So there is also very helpful for understanding all these concepts also. And as I am telling you that different protocols are used in between while doing this, while working on this web service. So WSDL I have already told, I have already explained you that WSDL is specify the interface of web service. So you can understand what WSDL by this paragraph also. To use this service, we need to add web reference, and to use this service, we need to add web reference and add the web service reference. So you can see for WSDL we have to add web reference. So how to add web reference? So you can understand by this one also. Add web reference. So you have to click on this tab, right click on this solution explorer, your website is whatever your web service, and you have to right click on this tab, and then you have to write add web reference. And when you will click add web reference, then it will display this window, and here you can write the URL of web reference. So this way we have mentioned here the URL. Again you can see this is the tab, this is the tab of URL, and you can press this combo box also. So you will find all the URL of different web references. So as we have selected this one, service.asms, we have already this web service, and this web service is inside website 8. But it may be different in your computer. This is user defined, this is your directory. So suppose in my case I am mentioned here website 8 is my directory, and inside this I have mentioned here service function. So inside this service web service, and its extension is ASMX. As I will click this, select this, so it will display all the function of this web service. So suppose we have three functions, add, multiply, and subtract, so it will display accordingly. So and we can also mention the local host here or server name. So then we will have to click this add reference. Service will be displayed over here also. So as we will click on add, so copy the link URL combo. You can also copy this link here also, and maybe it will be previously it will be in your system also. So where the web service name service already developed in the slide number 40. So this is add reference. When we will click, it will in the next slide you can see. Suppose we have selected this one. So this is web reference, add web reference, and accordingly it will display here the tabs X and Y. As you will click on this, you can see here, as you will click on any one of these three, so accordingly it will display here. So we have, suppose we have clicked on add, so it will display X and Y two tabs. So we will write here the value of X and Y, and when we will invoke it, so it will display the sum of these two values. Suppose we have mentioned 4 and 4, so it will display 8. So this is the output. So this is the integer and XML namespace as well. And so accordingly it will be the recorded predefined output given here. So we can add web reference, and this is also using WSDL generated proxy class. We can add the reference. you will have to right click on this tab, and as you will right click on this tab, it will show the different options. So we have to select add reference, and through add reference we will add here service.wsdl and service.disco, service.asms. So accordingly it will add here. So this is the output. So this is also other program of the db.net. So I will discuss about this program tomorrow. So next in my next class. So you can see this program, and this is about this WSDL. So alternatively, so you have to see the add web reference. You have seen the method of add web reference. Alternatively, I can also use WSDL.exe, a command line tool generated the proxy classes user. So by using WSDL.exe, when we are using the command line tool, then we will use WSDL.exe. So add web reference is also used the same WSDL.exe to generate the proxy classes. So there are these two methods. We can use the window method as well as this command line method. So this is WSDL, and SOAP is also used here, or and WSDL. This is the WSDL code. WSDL port type name echo. WSDL operation type name echo. Suppose this is the name we have defined here. Parameter we will write here. Input message echo request name echo request, and WSDL output message accordingly echo response echo and name echo response. So accordingly we will mention here. So this is WSDL and closed by WSDL/WSDL. So this is XML program of WSDL. So this is already defined program. When you will see the WSDL, you click on the WSDL file, then you will find this type of the program. So on this previous program, we will have this is our program, this is our web service class. So accordingly, this class when while we are writing this class, so accordingly WSDL program will be generated like that. So eco service port type program this, and so this is related to the output type and input message as well as output message. So we have input and output, two operations are there. Port type we have to mention input as well as output. So this is the program, and we can bind it with also. So you can see here WSDL operation name echo, we have mentioned here name echo name here. Echo soap binding we are calling it WSDL binding name echo soap binding, and WSDL operation soap action, WSDL input name echo request, WSDL soap body as well as WSDL soap body, where this is for input name echo request and this is for echo response, WSDL response and WSDL request. See this diagram again, see this diagram. When we are requesting, this is WSDL request, this is called WSDL service description, this is request, and this is WSDL response. So this arrow is representing the request and this arrow is representing the response. So accordingly we have mentioned here response, input message as well as output message. So input message and output message, one is for request and another is for response. So again you can see the program is also designed accordingly. So one part is the request part and another part is the response part. So this is request part. So in request part we are sending this request WSDL soap body WSDL, it is started by WSDL soap body, and here we are encoding style, we are writing here the encoding style used, and this is WSDL input. We are starting by WSDL colon input and closing by slash WSDL colon input, and this is output also, means response WSDL colon output and slash WSDL colon output, name echo request and name echo response. This is request and this is response. So you can see here one is response and one is output, as we are responding we are requesting this way and we are sending response by this way. So with the server, and the use of WSDL, again you can see the use of WSDL specify the interface of the web service. So specify the interface of web service. So accordingly we connect this way. So this is a request as well as this is response. So this is binding for echo, and uh, we will also use soap. So in next class I will discuss about the soap, where we will use the soap. So this is the architecture, this is the architectural design of WHDL. While we don't have to do much on this WHDL, because automatically it will create this WHDL file, and automatically it will connect with the web server. So, but as a engineer, as a engineering student, as a engineer or professional, we have to understand the internal mechanism of WSDL. So, all the protocol of this web service, and UDDI protocol, DISCO protocol, WSDL protocol, SOAP protocol. You have to understand the actual work of all these protocols. But we have to understand this program. This is sufficient to understand this program. This program is sufficient for the user to understand this program, as well as its output program. This is the output program accordingly. So we have to understand these two programs. But today, web service is very important for programming, and web service is very important in Web 3.0 and this new era of the technology and computing. So, guys, I always request you that you have to implement this web service, or you have to take, if you are understanding my lecture, so it is good. Otherwise you have to take help from other sources also, because today we have been lots of things which is online, and better videos are there, and we are also learning by these video and representing the thing by our own way. And you can also mine some other interesting video regarding to web service. So you have, but you must have to practically implement this web service. Otherwise, it is impossible to understand the concept of this web service, and you have to be skilled, and we also have to be skilled. Otherwise, there is no need to, there is not any benefit of just taking the knowledge, and we will be benefited only by skilling ourselves and enhancing our skill. More and more we have to enhance, and more and more we have to practice, and again and again we have to practice our technical skill. So thank you guys, thank you very much. I hope you understand this lecture, and you like this lecture, maybe you like this lecture. So again I request you to please do subscribe my channel. Thank you guys, thank you very much.